Everybody, hello, and welcome to Unicorn Secrets, everybody. My name is Elizabeth Ocean. I have a question for you. Do you, hold on, my Zoom is streaming back to me because this is live. Do you have a desire in your heart to help people? Do you see yourself as a spiritual guide? Do you see yourself as a leader or a teacher? Maybe now, or maybe you want to be. If so, this is the episode for you. In this quick training, you're going to learn to decipher the signs, the four signs, everybody, that you are a spiritual teacher. My name is Elizabeth Ocean. I'm the founder of the Women's Holistic Business Academy, Women's Holistic Business Network, and you are watching Unicorn Secrets, the place where women entrepreneurs who are visionary leaders can step into their greatness, can get the soulful strategies to really bring their businesses to the world, get your voice heard, and also run your business in alignment with ease and flow. All the things that I know you want to do. I've been in business for over 30 years myself, and so I know the pathways. And here are 4 signs that you are a spiritual teacher. Maybe a spiritual teacher in the making. Some of you already know you are, but are these signs showing up in your life? Let's go in reverse order. So sign number 4. Tell me if you have this. Oops, I almost dropped something on my desk. You have a hard time working for other people. Whether it's actually have a hard time and you end up getting let go, or maybe you never have worked for anybody else, or maybe if you're working for somebody else, you're just kind of like, I don't know. Sometimes those of us who are visionary leaders in the world, A-type entrepreneurs, creators, actually have a hard time working for somebody else because you get put into a bit of a box. Like there's only so much you can do, and your creativity shuts down, and your heart and your soul kind of start to shut down, and you're like, I'm getting smaller. It doesn't feel good anymore. And so part of the way that you know that you are meant to be a guide for others, a mentor, a leader, is that you actually have a hard time working for other people. So message me or put it in the comments wherever you're watching or listening to this. Do you sometimes have a hard time working for others? This may be a sign that you are actually meant to be a leader and a guide yourself. So that is sign number 4. Number 2, sorry, I just skipped from 4 to 2. That's how you know you're a visionary. You're just like, time is not linear. Anyway, number 3, you find yourself often putting others first. In your life, in your business, in your world, you actually put others first. Now, yes, there's a dark side to this. If you're putting others first and you're not taking care of yourself, and you've actually come to the point in your life where you're like, wait a minute, I have put others first to the detriment of my own dreams. Have you done that? I want to hear from you. Type in, wherever you're watching this, type in, have you put others' dreams first to the detriment of your own? This may be a sign that you actually are a leader, because part of the pathway of becoming and unfolding is that you have that phase of your life where you put others first, whether it's your work for somebody else, your children, your family, your parents, whoever, you've put others first. And now you're coming around to a time where you're like, oh, it's my time. And that's the beauty of being a leader and a guide in the world that you're emerging into now, is that you've put others first. And now you want to, in a way, put yourself first so that you can help a wider audience of people heal and transform. Not just your kids, not just your family, not just your parents, not just your local community or your small group of clients. It is, oh, I want to help more people. So this is one of these signs, is you put others first, but here you are coming to the realization that that's not enough for you, and you want to reach further and reach more people. So sign number 4 was you're having a hard time working for anybody else. Sign number 3 is you've been putting others first, but something is happening in you where you're realizing there needs to be a shift. But also, I want to say this, that part of you that put others first is the part of you that is in service. And that is required to be a true spiritual guide, a transformational leader. You need to be one of those special kind of people that does put others first. So here we are finding the balance of it's your turn and your time. But at the core of you, you do put others first. And this is your Buddha nature. This is your heart of service. And that is powerful. This is what will give you sustainability in your career as a spiritual leader, as a holistic teacher, is that you are doing it out of service. And there's greatness in that. So continue to do that. It's beautiful. Okay, reason number two, we're working in reverse order here. Everybody. Number two is you find yourself studying and you've studied for years. This is how you know, like you're called to, I want to study this. I want to study this. I want to study this. I've done it too. I started studying spiritual teachings when I was 14 years old on my own. Did not grow up religious, did not grow up spiritual, did not grow up with a family that was connected to anything beyond the physical realm. But I felt called to it. And I started studying, and I have taken dozens upon dozens of workshops and trainings. You're one of those people, like you would call you a workshop junkie. And we make fun of it, but it's like, it's because your soul and your heart are called to the expansion of your own consciousness, to the opening of your own awareness, to the emerging of yourself as a leader. It requires training. And I think in our westernized world, we're like, oh, you're supposed to be right there right now. But in traditional teachings and in ancient wisdom, you had to go through years and years and years of training before you could become an apprentice and then eventually a teacher. In the yogic traditions, it was a 12-year cycle. You had to go through like 12 years of basic training before you were allowed to touch anybody in the world. And I think that's so powerful and incredible. So don't be down on yourself for taking, like me, decades to learn things and investing tens of thousands, or for some of you, hundreds of thousands of dollars, hundreds and hundreds of hours, and all the trainings I've taken. I've traveled the world for training. I did Indian head massage I did Indian head massage. I did Thai massage in Thailand. I did yoga training in India. I did meditation and Ayurveda training in India. I did yoga training in California and in Costa Rica and all over the world. I have trained and traveled. I've invested tens of thousands of dollars in high-level energetic healing and transformational training. I've done all the things that you have done. So many things. Okay. What have you done? So this is number 3. You've studied everything. And this shows you that you have this, and you read the books, like you just like, you're like a magnet or like a sponge for teachings of an awakening nature. Are you with me? Comment or message me if this is you. You're like, yeah, I've done the trainings. And sometimes people would make fun of you, or like your family would be like, oh, you need another training. And it's like, I am a student on the path of awakening. Of course, I need another training. So that is sign number 3, that you are an emerging spiritual teacher, or that you already are a teacher who's ready to step into the next level of reach and greatness. That's sign number 3. You've studied everything for years. Sign number 4. Oops, I was counting down. Let's go back. Sign number 4 was you have a hard time working for somebody else. Sign number 3 was you put others first. It's your turn, and you're going to continue to put others first. Sign number 2, you've studied everything for years and spent tons on it, time, money, energy. You are ready. You are totally ready now, because sign number 1 is that you love helping people transform. Like you get like stoked on it. You could do it all day. You could sit with people, sit in sacred circles, or stand on stage, or be one-on-one, however you see it. But you love transforming people's lives. You love pouring into other people so that their lives transform, their hearts transform, their souls awaken, something in them comes through on another level. You love it. You adore it. You could do it all day. And if everything was just taken care of, you would do it for free. And that is the number 1 sign that you know you are a spiritual leader on a path of being ready to reach millions, being ready to stand on stages in front of thousands, or being ready to fill your practice up with a handful of clients that you adore working with. And there's nothing you would rather do These signs show you and point the way that it is your time to rise. And the biggest thing that I can give you, I want to give you some tangible strategy, business advice as well on this. Would that be okay with you? The biggest thing that as a spiritual teacher who knows that they are on a path of reaching people, awakening, letting the world transform through your work, the biggest thing that I would give to you is make sure that you have an audience. Make sure that you have people to speak to. Make sure that you, before you create the courses and write the book and pay people to write a chapter in a book, before you do any of that, make sure that you are tapped in to your audience. And my favorite way to do this is by you having your own show, just like this one, where you get to either interview people or where you get to just riff on your own magnetic marvelousness on a weekly basis. Do it on video. It's more connecting. If you want to learn how to set yours up, if you'd like me to teach you how to set yours up and have you be one of our incredible women leaders who have their own online spiritual TV show, send me a DM or just reach out to me right here. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what your vision is for you rising as a spiritual leader, for you rising as a teacher of wellness, for you rising as a thought leader in your field, as a go-to. Like, people are going to come to you because you are magnetically emerging as a teacher and you are showing up every week with your show. So I hope that these 4 signs helped you. What of this stands out to you? Don't just listen to me, but actually find your way in, that it stands out in a way that makes you go, I had an aha from watching this. Because this is a mutual journey. This is a journey where you are reaching into your future and pulling it towards you right now. So these things, you found yourself not wanting to work for other people. You're putting other people first. You are emerging as a teacher. You've studied for years and you just love helping people transform. Which of these really stands out for you? Which of these is going to make a difference for you as you rise forward? And I hope that you will build an audience. I hope that you will reach out and meet your people where they're at every single week with your own online show. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Unicorn Secrets, and I will see you in the next one, everybody. Keep working on your business, because when you do, we make this world a better place together. So glad